with Chipp, one thing that makes it unique is the ability to share, right? So it's not just sharing links, but sharing on other platforms. We really think that Chipp can be the easiest way to create AI agents that are distributed across platforms. So I'll show you a little bit about what that looks like. So you might have a site like Maria does, the 4 languages here, and you can obviously share Chipp as a conversation widget, right? So it can pop up just on your site, just like the way you would expect to have a conversation on your site. Or you can be like IFTA and embed it on your site. This is with an iframe, and they're able to have that conversation right underneath kind of their brand. But there's other ways to share that maybe you're less familiar with. So you can also share Chipp via an API. So a lot of people who are building products on top of Chipp can use that and actually bring Chipp into tools like Replit or Lovable. So if you're vibe coding a solution like Michael might talk about, you'll actually have the Chipp chat right in your tool. This is a great way to kind of build in other places. Now, it's not just chatting with a link or putting Chipp somewhere, but we can also put Chipp into other software. So we can deploy Chipp into Slack so you can have conversations as a team with an AI agent. Also with WhatsApp, you can do the same thing. We'll hear today people using WhatsApp around the world with Chipp embedded. And so on the WhatsApp channel, you're actually chatting with the AI. And starting today, we have the ability to deploy as what's called a progressive web app. So let me show you a little bit what this actually looks like in practice. So here's a little look at Slack, and one of our good friends at M25, they have what's known as the resource library. And anytime we want to talk to a Chipp chat, all we have to do is tag it in the channel, right? So I have already invited the resource library agent here, and I might say, what deals are there for new companies, right? And our agent will think a little bit and then give us a response in the thread. And anyone who has access to this channel can join that thread and then join the conversation, right? And so here we can see an example on the side of a conversation that we had where we're talking about how to register for the conference. Somebody asks about AWS credit, and this is trained on their benefits that they give investment companies, right? So now I can just ask for the information right within our Slack channel, and I can have a conversation here. So this is a great way to bring AI into a team. We've seen companies using this for research. You can imagine every day you just go into the Slack channel and say, what are the updates about my competitor, about an industry, or maybe the latest headlines about a topic, right? So this is a really kind of a great way to bridge the adoption gap. One of the biggest challenges we've seen with AI is actually people management, right? It's getting people to do a different workflow. And so by putting AI where people already are, we kind of solve that problem. Now, one of the fun additions, I got to go grab my phone. In addition to Slack is adding apps. So let me grab my phone real quick, and we can show you what this looks like. So as of today, you can now deploy Chipp as an app on your phone. So if you have customers who are wanting to use your application, you can actually give them this link and install it as a progressive web app. So what that looks like is you follow these instructions, and it goes on your home screen. So here's let's see if I can open up my phone. There we go. You can see some of the fun games my kids play here while we unlock it. Let's see, there we go. Okay, I got to shut that off, I guess. All right, let's see if I can, there. I think you can see that, yeah. All right, so here's an example of our ChippCon app, right? And I can just click right on that. It opens up the application right here, and we can just ask, the schedule for today's ChippCon. So this is a really smooth way to bring your Chipp chats onto where people work. We'll hear from Murray later this week, and he talks about using AI with contractors, right? And you can imagine maybe Tyler with his team that's doing HVAC, they're on their phone, right? They're on their site. And if I can all of a sudden ask on my app, which tool do I need or which instruction manual should I refer to, it's going to be a lot smoother experience. So we're really excited for you guys to build with the app option and see how you kind of deploy that. So just another way to share, and we'll expect more of these to come in the future weeks and months for sharing